Hello, everyone. Joe Tucker here from Oz Property Investors. Happy Sunday. Nice to see you all. As we all are on this fine day, we're all interested in property. We're all checking out the property world. So there's three things that I wanted to cover off today. One, absolutely sensational hotspot that is going to blow your mind. Number two, a property that is on market in that hotspot that you should be considering buying. Now, I'm not in the market right now. I'm checking out the market, but I'm not making a deal right now. So I thought, well, this is a deal that I would consider. So maybe I can give it to someone else in the community. And number three, I'm going to share with you a property calculator that shows you the potential usable equity, the net cash flow, so that's the stuff that goes into your pocket, and what else is there? A growth since the property last sold. So that's something I've never seen in any other property calculator combined. I've seen the cash flow of the other one, from other ones, but not the other two things. So I'm willing to share that with everyone because that's what this community is. It's awesome. Oz Property Investors, 8,100 members. If you're new, and we get a lot of new people, please write something. Say, hey guys, I've got this burning question. If you're like, man, I don't really want to, put my thing out there, create anonymous a post. Submit it. Nobody sees that. So write, hey, look, I'm just looking in this area. I don't want to make a bit of a silly mistake here because that's what we all started somewhere, right? Anyway, let's jump into this deal. So where are we going today? Now I'm going to go into, oh, damn it. I thought I was on the map. Okay, hang on. Don't look at the thing. Okay, cool. So I'm in a place right now called California, not physically, called California Gully. So let's have a look at where that is. Who knows where that is? Put your hand up. Oh, you? Yep. Oh, you do? Oh, good. Okay, here we are. Oh, this looks a bit weird. It's all there's Shepparton around it. Where's Shepparton? Wanakabin. Don't know about that place. Oh, we're in Victoria. Let's check it out. Okay, so we're in a place called Bendigo. Has anyone been to Bendigo? It is actually a really, really good investment. It is actually a place that I would be looking to buy if I was in the market. It has grown quite substantially over like population-wise, 30% from 2001 to 2018. So that is incredible. It's also one of the top 20 populous places in Australia. So a bit of potential there. Now, obviously, population growth does not lead to price growth exclusively, but what I'm very interested in is the supply and demand side of things. Also, $3 billion worth of infrastructure that's going into Bendigo. So there are a couple of hot spots there. There are a couple of not spots. For me, Bendigo is a good buy. This is not financial advice. This is not financial service. I'm not giving anything except for one man's opinion. Anyway, let's check out the property within Bendigo. It's called a place called California Gully, which is a nice little area there. So I was just scrolling through, and you can see like the median price here is about $480 to $520, $415 to $450. So you can kind of, I need to get the exact median rate. I don't have it right now. But this is a 2-better. This one here is a 3-better. So this actually stood out to me because it is actually quite affordable. You can see $455 for $160. That's a one-bed do not buy unit. $450 for this nice little white picket fence. But the one that really stood out to me, now this is not a renovation project. This is actually just a nice buy and hold. So one little secret realestate.com thing is the agent guide. So this is how the real estate agent came up with this price. So this gives you a bit of an indicator of where the real estate agent thinks this property might land. So based on this, he thinks it's going to go around that 330, 340 mark. Now, if I'm a good negotiator, which I would like to think I may be, I'd be trying to get it down to that 320, but supply is very, very tight in this area. But you guys can get access to this right now. Jump onto realestate.com.au, 12 Truscott, what is it? Avenue? Yeah. California Gully, and check it out because this is a juicy little buy and hold. No renovation potential, I don't think. New kitchen, everything done. So beautiful little buy and hold in an area that has grown really, really well. How do I know it's grown really, really well? Well, let's go to this sensational property calculator that I created. Why did I create it? Because I couldn't find a property calculator that did everything that I wanted to do. So high level, here are the 5 metrics that matter. What are the 5 metrics that matter? Gross yield. That helps you. You got a little blurb here about that. Gross yield is how you compare apples with apples. How do you compare property with property? We then have cash on cash return, which is about of the percentage return that you're getting with cash. You can see this is a negative number right now. And then generic growth return. That is, how much will this property grow generically? Okay, so just normal market appreciation each year. And then total generic return is, you can see that this is a 1 and this is 27. So it's that minus that. So that is the total return. So think about this as an ATM. If I had put $100 into this ATM, sorry, I would get negative $524 in cash. However, it's going to grow 27%. So my $100, I'm going to get $27 back. So total generic, $26 back, right? $100 in, $126 back. My original 100 and also my 26. So this is why property is so good. Go and try and find an investment that's going to yield you 26%. Go on. I'm waiting. Going to be waiting a while. Anyway, here is the Deal Crunch calculator. So what is the purchase price? So I think I'm a really, really good negotiator, $310,000. Let's do that. So what we can see here quickly, 5.2% yield. Pretty good yield. Now, let me just go through the features of this beautiful calculator. Now, if you've stayed this long, good. If you haven't, see ya. But I'm going to give you guys access to this calculator. I made it. I've spent far too many hours on it. But the only way to get access to it, of course, is hidden behind nothing. Well, it's the investor newsletter, right? Sign up to the newsletter. I'm going to be putting it, I just need a few more tweaks in it. I'm going to put it in next week's newsletter, and you guys can get access to this and crunch your own deals. Okay? So, sensational. Now, what am I looking at here? Core metrics. These are the ones that are important. So we've done the 5 metrics that matter. We then have core metrics, so cash down and how much the bank is going to fund. So we are going to need $94,174. So if you don't have that money, maybe you need to reassess and change the deal a bit. Maybe we need to put 10% down instead and then pay a bit of LMI. Now, with this one, we're not going to be needing a $15,000 renovation. It's already been done. So we now have $48,000. But when you drop 10%, Mr. Investor and Mrs. Investor, we've got negative cash flow here. Negative cash flow is not necessarily a bad thing because we can see here our generic cash return is $50. Every $100 we put in, we get $100 back plus $50. So if you can afford $744 a year, which is $62 a month, then it's probably worthwhile because it's making you an extra $50 for the dollar that you put in, right? So you've put $50,000 into it. It's giving you 50% on that money. So anyway, too many numbers. What else are we looking at? Loan calculator. Put the loan calculator in if you want principal and interest. If you want interest only, you can do that. Only change the yellows, okay? Only change the yellows. Now, what was I talking about here? The growth since last sold calculator. That's what everyone's interested in because no one else has seen it on the market because I invented it. Go me. What am I doing here? I want to find the growth since this property is last listed. Now, if you go into Google and you type in this place. Okay, we type it in. We're just going to get the listing. Okay, a little secret little tip and trick is to type sold at the end of this. So get that there. Move my little head out of the way. Hit sold. See, it's going to bring up the listing, but it's also going to bring up a slightly different thing here, which is how much this property was worth and when it was sold. So it was sold by Ray White and Bendigo for $185,000. It's now listed for $320,000 to $350,000. That is some amazing growth to January 2018. Well, let's type that into our calculator. I've already done that for time's sake. That is 16% growth. If I put 16% growth in here, it's $50,000 a year. Now, obviously, past performance is not an indicator of future performance. So I'm going to put something a little bit lower that I feel the area is going to grow over the next couple of years. And there you go. We've got all the expenses. They're factored in already. You don't have to touch them. Don't worry about expenses. You don't know what the holding costs are. You don't want to have to worry about that. I've made them a little bit heavy. So it's worst case scenario. For the nerds that want to know, it's 1.5% of the purchase price. So I actually got this from the guys over at the Property Couch. That's how they crunch their numbers, as so far I've heard from a thing they did years ago. So probably, I don't know what they're doing now. Anyway, here is our positive cash flow for our rental. How did I come up with this rental? Well, I just went to the market and saw what was on. This place here, 400, brick, not the same thing. Weatherboard, pretty similar. This place, probably less. So I'm going to say our rent is at that 310 mark there. So this property is going to give us negative 744. If we got it to $320, it's going to make it that. If we get it to $330, like I've got in my estimated high, maybe the estimated high is 350, it's going to give us positive cash flow. And then we can see here we got 2.9% cash on cash return. So the next one, if you're with us now, you are dedicated property investors. Go out and buy this property. Let me know how it goes. Obviously not financial advice. Okay, so this is a property that I wouldn't renovate. It's already been done. It's done. It's going to just sit there. It's going to be a nice little beautiful buy and hold for you. What you can do though is if you do find a renovation deal, you can enter that into our reno calculator. So let's just say we bought this property for $310,000 and we can sell it for it's revalued at $400,000. So rather than selling the property, repaying stamp duty, I'm not repaying stamp duty, but like if you buy another property, you need to do that. A new buyer's agent fee if you use a buyer's agent, and then selling costs, obviously. So let's just see what is our usable equity. Now, let's say we put a 20% deposit in here. I've got this usable equity in here. So as you can see here, you've put $79,000 into this. The property has generically grown $24,000, but I'm saying that I can get the extra $420,000. So that has actually grown $114,800. For you to put 80 grand in, you get something that has grown $114,000, and it's going to continue to grow over the years. And that is $147. So this ATM thing that I'm talking about, you put $100 in, you get your $100 back, and you get $147 back. That is why I love renovation so much. I like this deal because it's a cash flow. It's a cash flow gem in a location that is going to potentially skyrocket. Not financial advice. I feel like I need to say that a lot, but this is the calculator. If you want access to it, if I've been speaking fast, you guys can. If you're brand new to property investing and don't know what any of this stuff is, let me know in the comments because I can do a video on it. I like doing these little videos. They're cool. If you want access to this spreadsheet when I release it, propertyinvesting.com. Actually, I'll put it in the comments. Easy. But seriously, if you made it this far, you're probably a super fan. So thanks, everyone, for being a part of this community. It's taught me a lot. It's taught a whole lot of people a lot of stuff about property investing. So I'm super excited for you to be a part of this. Don't be shy. Post a comment. If you're too scared to post a comment, post an anonymous comment. It's absolutely fine. Tell us what your problems are, your questions are. No question is too stupid, and be a part of it. Jump in. But anyway, have a great weekend. Thanks for taking the time, and catch you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.